Hey guys, it's Miss Coconut. How are y'all doing? So I have had a week. I'm telling you, my basement got flooded and it's been a busy week. So I have my new jewelry line and it's doing amazing. I'm so excited to be selling it. But I got up this morning and everyone is all abuzz about this new video with Meg and Cardi. And as usual, there are two camps. There's the I love it, I'm playing it a million times camp, and then there's the down with these explicit lyric camp. I think I only heard the clean version anyway, so whatever. But I'm a New Yorker, so I grew up in the era of rap when you could say anything. So I'm not really someone that gets turned off necessarily by raunchy lyrics, okay? But let's talk about this sacred whore video that they got going on. Now, when you mention sacred whore, people get upset. But the funny thing is that all of the moral people that march and want to protest, those are the ones that actually go to the prostitutes. Y'all know that, right? It's all the businessmen and women that actually do pay the prostitutes. So the sacred whore, this is another avenue that the divine feminine is rising. Remember, there are all types of archetypes for the Great Mother. There is not just one role or form or shape. And in fact, that's why in this video, you see all types of women being represented. All types of women being represented, right? So people were upset because they're like, what is Kylie doing in the video? What is Kylie doing in the video? What's the other lady doing in the video? What's the white lady doing in the video? Okay, they're trying to show you the Divine Mother comes through in each embodiment for each culture, skin, tone, race, size. Y'all have to stop feeding into the divide, okay? The Divine Mother is on the rise and it's coming through, it's busting through in this video. This is the temple of Ishtar. This is the temple of Lilith, okay? This is sex, fertility, goddess, magic. You're either here for the worship of the feminine in this aspect or you're not. But this video is paying homage to Lilith in my mind because there's so many overtones of the cat or the feminine secret submerged energy that is coming forth through Lilith. Lilith has as her animal the owl of the night and the cat or the leopard. And you see that in this video, okay? This is also paying homage to the temple of Aphrodite, okay? Where when in those days, the women had to, in certain parts of the world, they had to, whether they were a virgin or not, they had to go to the temple. And whatever man paid them first, they had to go in and have sexual relations with that man as a coming of age rite. And it was not looked down on because the sexual workers and the women that came to the temple understood that they were doing this as a servant, as an offering to the temple of the goddess. And let me tell y'all something. This is so fascinating, and this fascinated me ever since I saw little Kim do it. And probably there are other illustrations of this, but I just didn't look it up because, as usual, I didn't really research anything. So y'all stop coming for me in my comments. Everyone's always a scholar in my comments. Always talking about read a book, pick up a book, do your research. I'm not a scholar, okay? I just know some things. I know how to read symbols, okay? And when I come off the top of my head, that's all it is. It's just to prompt you. Go do your own research. And if I'm wrong on some things, awesome. Go ahead and figure it out for yourself. Or make your own YouTube and, counteract what I'm saying. I really am like, can y'all calm down? Y'all be just giving me all kind of energy in my videos, y'all. Okay, anyway. So this album is called Wet as P. Y'all know what that means. Pum pum, right? And so anytime water is involved, that means there's a ritual happening. There's a baptism happening. But let's get back to the temple. In the temple, you understood that you were embodying the goddess of fertility and life. And that's all that this is, okay? Even Lilith was considered Adam's first wife in Jewish mythology, if I could call it that. Lilith is the first wife. and she had contention with Adam, and they separated, and then he went on to find Eve. But even in the original story of the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve and the serpent even is a type of Leviathan, which is associated with the Godhead, okay? And that's why you see the snakes in the video as well. It has more to do with knowledge, and they're trying to show you that it's awakening. There's an awakening occurring, and I keep saying this in every video. There's an awakening occurring with the divine energy. And that's why, let me get back to Little Kim. Little Kim had the very famous pose with her legs spread open. And I can't remember the name. There's a name for this, y'all. And I have been looking for it, but I can't find it yet. But as soon as I find that name again, I'm going to break it down. But basically, this is the fertility pose. Okay, this is the goddess pose. But there's another name for it. And as soon as I find it, I'm going to do the video on it. But that open leg, that's the open gates. And that's why the video opens with the gates. That's the gate of heaven. Because in the temple of the sex worker, in the temple of the prostitutes, in the temple of the fertility goddess, in the temple of the sacred whores, they knew that coming between a woman's leg or even being pushed out of a woman's leg was coming into heaven. It was a gateway. They understood it was divine healing that was occurring. And that's why that pose is actualized, because it's a ritual. The serpent in these scenes represents knowledge, okay, of good and evil. Remember, there's nothing that's just black or just white. Everything is duality in this world. And in fact, everything's a simulation anyway. And that's why they show the game system to remind you it's a matrix. And you have to, figure your way through the maze. You have to figure out how to get to the next level. All right. And then when you see the leopard coming through in the video, when you see the leopard pushing through, that's the beta sex kitten programming. Now, some people say this belongs to the mind control MK Ultra cult, where they take these young starlets from when they're young and they groom them to be sex kittens. And that's why when you see the leopard represented in the videos, in the color print, in the furniture, in the clothes, that's what it's tapping into. But it's also representative of this cult of Lilith with the sacred whores and the sacred goddesses coming through. And this is cross-cultural again. Just as the serpent represents knowledge, it also represents the phallic symbol. And that's why it's surrounding the women. It's swimming. It's the sperm swimming to the woman to procreate, to create life. It's a fertility ritual that's occurring here. To all the people that are so upset that Kylie's in this video and they don't understand why she's in this video, because she is one of the high priestesses in this cult. Y'all really don't get it. It's so laughable to me. She actually goes to the door that has the leopard on it. She's telling you she's Lilith. You guys are just refusing to see it. And that's why they show the two major stars in this video in the leopard print as well. And then they also show one young lady, I don't remember her name. She's in the red and black with the checkerboard floors, showing us that's an occult ritual. But she's also showing us the red and black because those are the colors associated with the Lilith energy. And here's a wonderful reminder, as above, so below. The water and the sky mirror each other. This is the baptism of all the new priestesses coming up. And then you see in this clip here with the black and white duality, reminding you that these are the two branches of occultism. All in all, overall, you see the double columns there, the windows with the double columns of the curtains. All of these are symbols. I have fun decoding this. This is one layer. I always tell y'all that. This is simply a layer. You could spend literally all day researching, what does this mean? What does this color represent? Why are they showing two of these? And over and over and over, the symbols will begin speaking to you. It's a very fun video for me to do. I love doing them. I love all of the feedback. I laugh at most of it when y'all be cursing me out in my comments and telling me, I got to seek the Lord and all that stuff. Anyway, give me some feedback. What did y'all pick up? What did y'all pick up? Does anyone know the occult term for the ukatata that was shown in the video? That's the ukatata pose, the goddess pose. Does anybody know the occult word for it? There's a pose, the fertility right pose. I need to know the name of that. If someone could just help me out, point me in the right direction. I found it once and never found it again, and I'm so mad at myself for not remembering it because it's so important. But anyway, comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video. Is it popping or stopping? Time for today. Until next time. And hey, if you got something you want me to decode, at least to the first level, send me some suggestions. I'll be happy to take a crack at it. But bump. That's my time for today. And as always, Om Shri Brezi.